News coming in, and this is over the Gyanvapi Mosque survey. The Masjid Committee has now told the Varanasi Court that Aurangzeb, in fact, wasn't cruel. He didn't want to demolish the Kashi Vishwanath temple and that no shivling was found inside the Gyanvapi Mosque. This is the big development that's coming to the fore as far as the hearing in this particular case goes. Remember, it's several courts, from the District Court to the Varanasi High Court, to the Varanasi Court to the Allahabad High Court, have all heard petitions in this particular case as far as the survey goes, as far as whether or not this particular structure that was found in the premises is a shivling or a fountain as claimed by the masjid side. In that, now we're given to understand that in the Varanasi Court, the Masjid Committee has come out and said that the intention wasn't to demolish the temple at all. Aurangzeb wasn't cruel. In fact, there was no shivling that was found in this particular Gyanvapi Mosque is what the Masjid Committee has now said. This comes at a time when the Masjid Committee has filed a petition opposing the Hindu worshippers' plea for an ASI survey of the mosque premises. Remember, it all started with a petition that sought offer of prayers at the Mar Shringar Gauri, and it continued over that. There was a survey that was conducted. The structure that you see on your screens resembles a shivling, is what the Hindu side has been claiming, a claim that has been rebutted on multiple occasions in different courts of the country by the Masjid Committee. This time around as well, while they were opposing that ASI survey move, Muslim side, the Masjid Committee has now come out and in fact told the court that there was no shivling that was found in the Gyanvapi Mosque and that Aurangzeb in fact didn't demolish the Kashi Vishwanath temple at all. Vishnu Shankar Jain now joining us on this broadcast. Thank you so much for speaking with us, Vishnu Jain, on this big development that is coming to the fore from court. Now, we've had several arguments that were made by the Masjid Committee for opposing this ASI survey, but now they've gone on to say that the Adi Vishweshwar temple in Varanasi was never demolished to begin with.
Yeah, I think the reply filed by the Anjuman Intizamiya is against the historical records of the case. And I don't know, it's very contradictory because initially they said that the Aurangzeb built this mosque and now they say that Aurangzeb has not demolished any temple. The Majlis-e-Alamgiri, which we have announced with our petition, specifically speaks contrary to that, where the Farman of the Aurangzeb is clearly saying that kindly demolish Kashi Vishweshwar temple, and the orders were complied and it was informed to the Badshah on September 1669 that the temple has been demolished. So I think this is just affidavit which is against the historical record. The historical record speaks against it. There are so many books and authors who have directly noted the date when Aurangzeb demolished the Vishwanath temple at Banaras. So I think just to develop their case or just to file an affidavit, they have said this, but this affidavit is against the historical record.
What would your next course of action would be, sir?
See, we have filed an application seeking an ASI survey, and precisely I'm so grateful that you have asked me that question. The ASI survey will go into this question that whether any mosque was constructed on a barren land or whether any pre-existing temple was demolished. Now they have filed this affidavit. It means that it raises a disputed question of fact, which can only be ascertained by an expert like an ASI, which has an evidentiary value under Section 45 of the Indian Evidence Act. Therefore, according to me, ASI is must in this case, and ASI must be appointed for the entire premises so that the truth can come out.
Right, but Mr. Jain, just a few days ago, even the Supreme Court had stayed the Allahabad High Court order which allowed the scientific survey of the said structure, the structure that the Muslim side claims is nothing but a fountain.
Yeah, see, it is very shocking. The Supreme Court has not actually stayed the survey. Supreme Court has deferred the survey on the ground and on the footing that it requires a much deeper scrutiny. So we have full faith in the Supreme Court, but ultimately kindly appreciate the point. When we have asked for scientific survey of the shivling, it is the Muslims and the Anjuman Intizamiya who are opposing it. If they are saying that it's a fountain, then let it be examined. If they are saying that Aurangzeb has not constructed this, has not demolished any temple and has constructed this mosque on a barren land, then let it be examined by an ASI. What is the problem in ASI survey? But the fact is that they say something else on the affidavit, and when it comes to their actual conduct, they are approbating and reprobating at the same time, which is against the basic principles of the CPC. So I think definitely the court will take cognizance of all these aspects. We are completely having an eye on all their actions, and we are filing all the affidavits and counter affidavits in the court, and court will examine it and will come to a conclusion.
Sure, Mr. Jain, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. Vishnu Shankar Jain, counsel for the petitioners, the Hindu side, was just telling us how they are going to be taking this up with the court, because the ASI survey will have to go on. The scientific survey of the said structure, which the Hindu side says is a Shivling, a claim that has been rejected by the Muslim side. They call it nothing but a fountain, which is why this petition has now been filed in the Varanasi Court, which has been accessed here by CNN News 18. Mufti Abdul is also joining us on this broadcast. He represents the Masjid Committee and the Muslim side in this particular case. Mr. Abdul, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. We've just accessed details of this petition that you have filed in the Varanasi Court. You say that in this petition, in fact, it says that there was no concept of two different Kashi Vishwanath temples at all, and that Aurangzeb wasn't cruel and hadn't demolished the temple in the first place.
हेलो
मिस्टर अब्दुल, मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
हाँ, बोल रहे हैं जी। बताएं क्या क्या सवाल है आपका?
मुफ्ती अब्दुल जी, आपने जो पिटिशन फाइल की है वाराणसी कोर्ट में, उसमें आपने ये कहा है कि ये जो स्ट्रक्चर दिखाई पड़ा था, जिसको शिवलिंग कहा जा रहा है हिंदू साइड से, वो आप कह रहे हैं कि ये बस फव्वारा है, ऐसा कोई शिवलिंग पाया नहीं गया था। इस पिटिशन में ऐसा भी लिखा गया है कि औरंगजेब का कोई इंटेंशन नहीं था, ना उन्होंने कोई मंदिर तोड़ा।
जी बिल्कुल सही है, औरंगजेब ऐसे नहीं थे। जो कुछ उनके बारे में कहा जा रहा है ये सब गलत और झूठ है, और उनके ऊपर तोहमत लगाई जाती है कि उन्होंने ऐसे किया। वो क्रूर नहीं थे, वो सबका आदर करते थे और तमाम धर्म वालों का, वो मजहब वालों का आदर सम्मान करते थे। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। और ये मैं जो कह रहा हूँ, मैं ही नहीं कह रहा हूँ, बहुत सारे ऐसे नॉन मुस्लिम्स हैं जो उन्होंने अपनी अपनी किताबों में ये लिखा है कि ये जो कुछ भी उनके बारे में कहा जाता है वो गलत है। वो जहाँ मस्जिदों को बनवाते थे, बहुत सारी मंदिरें भी बनवाई हैं और मंदिरों के लिए जमीनें भी अलॉट की है, और उसका सारा सबूत मौजूद है यहाँ पे। कोई ऐसा नहीं है इसमें जो दावा किया जाता है उनकी क्रूरता के बारे में, ये सब गलत बेबुनियाद है, इसकी कोई हकीकत नहीं है।
जी मुफ्ती अब्दुल जी, धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए। द मुस्लिम साइड they're going on to stress on the kind of arguments that they've made in their petition. The Hindu side, of course, going on to deny all of those. That battle will continue in the courts. We'll keep a track of that and much more here on Nation at 5. But for now, a quick break.